Hey Bizzers, it's a little cold today again. So this morning I want to talk to you about the aftermath. Have you ever launched a product or a collection or whatever? Have you ever launched something or released something? And then the day of, it's this huge buildup and you are essentially like beating yourself up trying to get everything ready and making sure that it's all set up and that you're ready for, if you do a live launch, maybe you're going on video or whatever the case may be, sending out your emails, etc., etc. And you basically kill yourself that day to make it happen, right? And then it's the day after and you have now done the thing that you set out to do and you're at that point where you're kind of like, what's next? So that's the situation I find myself in today. And I've been working really hard to get this thing together and launch it. And now here I am at the end. It's over. I'm getting ready to decide what to do next. And this morning when I woke up, I thought to myself, what thing is the thing I have to do? How do I decide what my next steps are? And so that's what I'm calling the aftermath. It is the aftermath of the launch or the release or whatever the case may be. And I realized I'm going back to what I always tell everybody else, and that is to look at the numbers. So I started drawing out, okay, these are the posts that I made about this. This is the response I got. This is how many people I invited to do this thing. This is how many people came. This is how many people got on my email list for the offer I was making. This is how many people made a purchase. This is how many people did this. And you're figuring out all the percentages based upon what it was that you just did. So if you're doing a collection release, maybe you're looking at how many people you sent your email, how many people opened your email. You're evaluating if maybe your subject lines were good or bad. So you're looking at the numbers and you're sitting looking at the numbers and thinking, does this mean that I had a good thing or not? And that's when you have to make the decisions about what the next thing is that you're going to do. So are you going to repeat what you've just done? Are you going to make changes? Is there something you can do to make it even better? Was it successful? Was it not successful? And so these are the questions that I think sometimes as business owners, we may ask some of them, but not all of them. And then when we ask them, we maybe don't even look for the actual answer, or we don't know how. And then we don't take those numbers and let those determine how we're going to proceed. So, in the aftermath, there are two things that you have to do. Number one, you have to acknowledge that you did the thing. Because sometimes it's like, okay, next task, gotta move on. You don't acknowledge that you did the thing that you set out to do. So you gotta give yourself a cookie, a pat on the back, whatever it is for you, but acknowledge it. And I'm actually gonna be sharing with you guys today, when I get home, something new that I'm doing. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know if I'll just do a post or a video or what, but you need to acknowledge that you did the thing. Then you need to decide what the next thing is you need to do based on the thing you just did. And most of the time, no, I'm gonna take that back. 100% of the time, that should be based on numbers. It can't be based on how you feel. It needs to be based on numbers. You have to choose what numbers those are. Is it based on sales? Is it based on attendance? Is it based on clicks? But you've got to look at the numbers and you've got to decide what that means for your next step. And that's when you take the action. First you acknowledge, then you evaluate, then you take action. And so that's my little kind of tip for you guys today is you should be proud of yourself when you finish something. You should acknowledge it to yourself. You should tell yourself that that happened. Then use it as a learning experience and move on. Maybe some things were great and some things were not so great. Or maybe some things were average, but you want them to be better. All of those are justified and understandable feelings and goals. Let what you do dictate what you do next. Don't just check it off the list and go to the next thing and never adjust based on what happened. And this doesn't just have to be for launches. This can be anything you do in your business. You decide you're going to do a new social media campaign. It falls completely flat and no one is interested. Maybe you shouldn't do that kind of thing again. So I hope this helps you. I hope somebody out there is having this same situation and they needed some encouragement in it. If you need help looking at your numbers, this is something that I do. I absolutely love numbers. So you can always schedule a call with me, or you can ask your questions here in the group. MS Bizzers Facebook group is my free group where anybody can go and get help with their business. I specialize in tech challenged entrepreneurs and e-commerce makers. So that is all I have for you guys. If you have any questions, please post them. I would love to help you, and tell me what it is you're working on today. I hope to see you guys soon, and have a great day. I'm so glad we get to live our dreams together every single day.